dangerous.
Welcome back to the channel. Today's video will be a talk bullshit no jutsu about the anime Boruto because things have been escalating pretty fast in the past few episodes. Breaking news coming in that Jigen, the monk, has just solo thrashed the mighty, powerful duo of Naruto and Sasuke. The Hokage and Inspector Gadget were unable to handle the power, the speed, the momentum, tenacity of the most well-mannered villain in the history of anime. Seriously, this man eats with a knife and fork. It doesn't get more polite than that. So much sauce was placed on the table from Jigen. From him calmly standing on Sasuke's Susanoo sword, to parkouring on Kuroma's tails like a Sonic stage, to beastily drop-kicking Sasuke right out of his Susanoo. That was kind of BS, not gonna lie. I mean, you could have at least made Sasuke take a few more hits before blasting him off like Team Rocket. Getting one shot out of his Susanoo just made him look like a pathetic bitch. Throughout this episode, I had blood speedily rushing down to my pants, and it doesn't look like things are gonna calm down anytime soon as the new Team 7 find themselves face to face with Big Boss Boruto. I am kind of surprised with the anime picking it up in terms of pacing. Like, since the introduction of Kawaki, we've had about 5 major fights already. We've had Boruto versus Ao, Konohamaru versus Kashin Koji, Kawaki versus Garo, Delta versus Naruto, and now Jigen two-stocking Naruto and Sasuke with ease. Which is not something I'm complaining about. That's a lot of content. My only worry is that if they keep on going at this rate, the anime will easily catch up to the manga, and I don't want this show pulling up Black Clover and taking an indefinite break. Also, while I'm on the topic of being a Chad Boruto enjoyer, it seems like a lot of people aren't. A viewer asked me for my opinion on Boruto, and I've decided to make this specific question into its own video because it's actually something I've been wanting to talk about for a while now. Never got to it because I have the script writing ability of a 5-year-old. Boruto is definitely an anime that seems to be dwelling in the more disliked end of new generation anime. You have fans of other anime as well as Naruto fans expressing their absolute distaste for this show. You see Boruto slandered everywhere. In the YouTube comment section, Boruto slander. Social media, Boruto slander. You're watching new anime and you're finding Boruto slander in the subtitles. Some of the things you hear the anime get commonly critiqued for are unfair in my opinion. Boruto is an anime that makes my Sundays much better, and in this video I'm going to defend this series and give a few reasons to show that Boruto, Naruto Next Generations, is in fact a good anime that gets an unnecessary amount of hate. I've done it for Sakura-chan, and now I'm doing it for Boruto as an anime, although this one isn't necessarily proof because at the end of the day these are my opinions. One common thing that I've seen a lot of people use to diminish the Boruto anime is that it is 90% filler. If you don't know what filler is, it's usually used to refer to anime episodes that contain events that don't happen in the manga. So by definition, they are right. A lot of things you see in the Boruto anime don't happen in the manga. However, that does not necessarily make it a bad thing. My reason for saying that is because a lot of quote-unquote filler episodes in Boruto contain a plethora of useful material that I think many fans of the series appreciate. For instance, the anime provides us with a lot more insight into the peaceful era of the shinobi world. Thanks to these episodes, we get to see characters from the original series interact with the newer ones. A few great examples of this would be Naruto spending time shopping with little Himawari, Choji entering an eating contest with his daughter Chocho, Sasuke exposing the lack of family experience he has by calling Sarada a cute peanut and then running to Kakashi of all people for parental advice. But it doesn't end there. Thanks to these episodes, we see old characters go on trips and finally enjoy life after war. We also get to observe the clash of personalities between the newer gen characters. We also get to see how other villages have developed, like the deadly Hidden Mist village being transformed into a beautiful tourist site. And there's no denying that the artists do a great job to capture the scenery well in this anime. Obviously, I know that not every viewer cares about these kinds kind of things, but I think the fact that the anime goes into detail about this is very underappreciated, because this is something the manga has done very little of. The manga has been constant action after action after action, which can be a good thing for some people, but I think it would be really weird if we weren't given episodes showing a peaceful, happier era of the shinobi world, especially after we went through just over 700 episodes in Naruto/Naruto Shippuden. In my opinion, the happier tone that these episodes give off is pretty much proof that Naruto was able to achieve something other than just becoming the Hokage. He was able to fulfill Jiraiya's dream, which was to bring peace to the ninja world, at least momentarily. On top of that, we were shown in the beginning of the anime that the peace does not last forever. A lot of skeptics will come to appreciate the calmer era of the anime once it has reached the darker point of the timeline. While I will admit that not all the episodes in Boruto are great, a massive portion of them are worth the watch contrary to popular belief. And I truly believe that watching the anime will ultimately heighten your overall experience of the series. People label it as filler, but I feel a more respectful term to use for the episodes would be anime exclusive content. Even though many of these events aren't in the manga, a lot of things that happen in these episodes tie in to the main story and usually involve the characters that we know and love, so it's definitely worth the watch. As of now, I've only spoken about how the anime does a good job at giving us insight into the new shinobi world, but there is another thing I think the Boruto anime is doing a decent job at, which is fleshing out the main story and some of the new generation characters. A relevant and recent example to use would be Kawaki. We get more of an insight into the life of swaggerous Kawaki Shonen. We learn that he was once just a lovely, normal boy until his drunken father gave him away to some creepy scientist. The manga never really went into much detail about his background. Thanks to the anime, we begin to understand why he acts the way he acts. Another character that has benefited from the existence of the anime would be Mitsuki. He had an arc spotlighting how him being genetically engineered caused him to feel isolated from others, which led to him deserting the Leaf Village in hopes of truly discovering himself. Other characters benefiting from this include Sumire, Mirai, Sarada in terms of her relationship with Sasuke, even Victor. Thanks to the anime, we know part of the reason why the vessel got lost in the first place was thanks to Victor's betrayal plan backfiring against him and inevitably leading to his death. Another example, Mugino. When Mugino got impaled in the anime, I was sad as hell because they let us know this man's backstory, as opposed to the manga where he just died as a random jonin that nobody knew anything about. The reason why I think the anime fleshing out characters is very important is because it helps in deepening the bond between that said character and the audience. You won't be able to feel that much of a bond with a character you know nothing about. Another thing I've seen a lot of people say is that they hate the Boruto series because they feel like Naruto and Sasuke have been nerfed. And I do understand why people feel that way. It's weird to see the main characters of the original series just get their ass handed to them. However, I also understand the fact that they aren't fighting humans anymore. They are fighting gods! People that are above even the Sage of Six Paths, who was the progenitor of chakra. Even then, Naruto and Mr. Sasuke have managed to stand their own against 5 of them so far. It's a tough pill to swallow, but this was always coming, especially against someone like Jigen who has insane abilities. We've been told on multiple occasions that this is no longer their story. They don't have the power of plot armor anymore. Anyways, that's about it from me. Hopefully this video is able to change the mind of at least one Boruto skeptic. Now I will ride off into the sunset with Sasuke.